Hello everybody, we are cooking today and we are making a recipe called chicken and mushroom parmesan. It is a keto recipe. It does not have any pasta. It only has spinach, mushrooms, cream, a little bit of flour, but not much, Parmesan cheese, garlic, and chicken broth, and of course our chicken. And we're gonna get started right now. So the chicken I'm using today are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. From what I've read, this recipe usually requires breasts, chicken breasts, but I'm gonna use thighs because I personally like thighs better than breasts. And the way you cut them, I mean, you can also use tenderloins too if you want to, but I was at the grocery store and I saw thighs. So what you do is you're gonna take the chicken and cut it in half, like so, and you make like just almost like a little patty, almost, of chicken. So once you've got your chicken cut like this, you're just gonna put a little bit of pepper on it. Like that. Just a little bit of pepper, not too much. So now you take a pan like this, a deep pan, you put your stove on medium heat. I have gas, so well, not too big, but a little bit of a fire. And then add some olive oil. Then you add your chicken. There's no fire over here, so this is fine. Turn on the fan a little bit. While we are waiting for our chicken to cook, we're going to cut solid Parmesan. And this is 8 ounces right here in this block. And we're gonna start cutting this into this bowl, which will be added to the pan later. So once your chicken is done, you're gonna put it onto a plate. And then we're gonna, once the chicken is done, we're gonna start working on the mushrooms. So now we're gonna start chopping the mushrooms, and as you can see, we have quite a bowl of shredded Parmesan here. That's gonna go in later. We're gonna start working on the mushrooms right now. We already have quite a bit. I only buy fresh mushrooms. We have quite a bit that are already chopped. We have some that need to be chopped right now. We're gonna start working on that immediately. So I'm reusing the pan that I used to cook the chicken in, which isn't a big deal. We're just gonna add a little more olive oil because we're about to put in the mushrooms. Oops. Pan is still very hot. And like so. Just add them. This is quite a bit of mushrooms. You don't have to use this many. Or hell, if you want to use more, that's fine too. But yeah, I love mushrooms. We all around here love mushrooms. If you don't like mushrooms, then you can still make this without mushrooms. This recipe in general, as we'll see at the end of the video. But we like mushrooms, so we're gonna use a lot of mushrooms. All right, so the mushrooms are done and the chicken's done, and now it's time to actually work on the main part of the dish, which is the cheese or the sauce. And you're going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. Drop that in there. Try to mix this around, and then while the butter is melting, we're going to add 1 clove of garlic. Or actually, no, 3. I was thinking of something else, yeah. 3 cloves of garlic. Or well, yeah. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of garlic. You're gonna add the butter. Let that sit in there. Bring a little closer, if we shall. Get a better look. Oh, no, don't want that to happen. Now, once we get here, we're going to add once we get here, once the garlic and the butter is melted together, we're going to add 1/2 cup of flour. Mix that in. And then as soon as you add the flour, you're going to add 1 pint of cream. And then as soon as you do that, you're going to add 1 cup of chicken stock. Add that in. Let it mix. The flour is a little clumpy, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, a little bit of a splash. Should be a little more careful. And then once we're here, we're going to add the cheese. Then once we get here, we're gonna add a teaspoon, or no, yeah. We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of pepper. Once we got the sauce mostly made, we're gonna add half a teaspoon of pepper and then half a teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna continue to mix that up. And then once that's mixed up, we're gonna add spinach, fresh spinach. I would say this is about probably a cup, but mostly I'm just doing a handful. It doesn't matter, you can put as much as you want, but I put about a handful in there. So our cheese is getting a little thick, but we need it to be a little thinner for now. So I'm gonna add a little bit of milk just to make it a little more liquid, so we can have the spinach boil in a little more. Don't add too much, just a little bit. About that. And just keep stirring that for now. It smells really great. I wish y'all could smell this. If y'all make this, you'll understand what I'm saying, but this whole stock, this sauce, cheese sauce, smells really good. And now it's time for the main courses. We're gonna add the chicken. Just dump it in, it's fine. Mix that in with everything else. And then we're gonna add the mushrooms. I'm gonna add a little more milk just to make it a little thinner. It's a little too thick, just a little bit. All right, I think it is about done. We're gonna try it now. Oh yes, oh yes. Whoops. It's definitely done. All right, the food is done. The chicken, mushroom, and spinach cream Parmesan, and I love it, and so do they.
It's very good.
Yes. Y'all both think it's great?
Oh my god. I think it's delicious.
Yes.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Good cook, kid. Good job.
All right. I hope y'all tried this recipe and hope y'all love it just as much as we do. Thank you for joining Cooking with Ben, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.